Good morning, everybody. It's day 3. We had a very long day, and according to Chris, this was our longest, as you could see in the video that you just watched.
I lied. It's today. Oh,
yeah,
kidding.
whatever. And we're ready for another day. We were pretty tired last night, so we didn't check in with y'all. But Chris has some recaps of his favorite places from yesterday.
I guess I'm talking about places we ate, and we ate at the Old Family Route 66 restaurant in Dwight yesterday, and that was really good. I hadn't heard a lot about it. I know someone had recommended, but I had a Reuben sandwich. I think is the best Reuben sandwich I've ever had in my life, and it was really good. The particular meat was just so tender, but it was great. And then later on, we ate at the Cozy Dog in Springfield, here in Springfield, and that's of course home of the corn dog. The first corn dog was made there, and so that was good, and that was a great atmosphere. And we got some more stuff coming up today, and we're heading towards St. Louis, so we should be in St. Louis tonight.
Sounds good. We'll see you on the road. Bye.
Like I mentioned, we needed coffee. We're not young, and day 3 was not going to start without any caffeine in our system. So we stopped at Mel O Cream on South 6th Street in Springfield, and it's been a favorite there since 1932. Next up, we made a quick stop at this old Clark Super 100 station. Clark became known for selling premium gas at simple stations like this across the Midwest, eventually growing around 1,500 locations. Right nearby, in the historic old Aristocracy Hill neighborhood, is the Route 66 Museum, which shares the stories of Black travelers, businesses, and the Green Book along Route 66.
Hey, so we're heading outside of Springfield, Illinois, and we really loved this little town. It's been great. We just went to the Lincoln home, and that was really nice. The Park Service has, it looks like they've bought up however they got it through contributions of a couple blocks of old homes from his time around the mid 1800s. And I guess he purchased the home. He and Mary Todd Lincoln purchased the home after they got married in 1855, and it is the only home that Lincoln ever owned. So it's pretty special, and I guess they were still owned it when he was president, all the way up until his death in 1865. But yeah, it was a really neat sight to go see.
Before leaving Springfield, we saw the Lauterbach giant, who lost his head in a 2006 tornado, and it was found 2 days later. Then we passed Route 66 Drive-In, still showing double features today. Oh, we had so much fun exploring here. As soon as you pull into Motorheads, you will already look in every direction, and before you even park, there's just so much to take in. From Big Ron standing over the parking lot with the big Route 66 shield and all the memorabilia outside spread out and around. We hadn't even walked in yet, and we were already having fun. It was still early and not quite lunchtime, so when we went inside, we pretty much had the place to ourselves. Motorheads opened here in 2018 inside what used to be a Stuckey's along Route 66. We just wandered from room to room, almost like our own little self-guided tour. The whole place feels like a maze, and every time you think you've seen it all, you turn a corner and you find more. We absolutely loved it here, and honestly, between places like this and the quiet charm of Springfield and how affordable the housing seemed, we both started wondering whether this could be a potential retirement spot for us. Our next quick stop was in Chatham, where we checked out this mural, as well as one of those really cool directional signs that point toward the stops nearby. Then we headed towards the part that I've really been waiting to see, the Auburn Brick Road, and it runs about 1.4 miles and was hand-laid over a concrete base in 1931. It's also listed on the National Register of Historic Places. About halfway through, we pulled off nearby the bridge and got a great view of this really cool silo. The red brick against the green cornfields and the blue sky, it was just the perfect setting. From there, We made it into Girard, and this is one of those little towns that you just love. The historic buildings around the square were so cute, and they even had their own Route 66 shield. Right off the square is what used to be Deck's Drugstore, which opened in 1884, and it's now a restaurant called Doc's just off 66. But when you walk inside, it feels like the old pharmacy. They've kept everything from the original soda fountain and cash register to some of the pharmacy memorabilia that's still on display. Then south of Nillwood, we stopped to see the 34 turkey tracks that were left behind in the concrete before it dried. They were probably made by a domestic turkey from a nearby farm. And a local later joked around that it was a double crosser because it walked across the road and then it came back. Next up was Carlinville, a historic Route 66 town that dates back to 1829. The center of the town is built around this beautiful square with beautiful buildings surrounding it and the county courthouse rising behind everything. Known as the $1 Million Courthouse, it opened in 1870 and is topped by this incredible dome. Across the way is Cannonball Jail, and it got its name from putting cannonballs in between the layers to make escape nearly impossible. From there, we continue to Litchfield, another Route 66 town with a history dating back to 1853. We stopped for lunch at the Ariston Café, which was founded in 1924 and is believed to be one of the oldest restaurants on Route 66. I had a turkey salad, while Chris tried a fried pork chop sandwich, and both turned out to be really good. Right across the street is the Litchfield Museum and Route 66 Welcome Center. And the people working there were so friendly, but one quick tip if you visit. The gift shop only accepts cash, and there is an ATM, but it wasn't working that day, so make sure you have a few extra dollars with you if you think you're going to buy a souvenir. Just up the road are the remains of the Belvidere Café, Motel, and gas station, a Route 66 complex dated back to the 1930s that is now closed to the public. The Skyview Drive-In opened in 1950 and is still showing movies along Route 66 today. Then in Mount Olive, we stopped at the Soulsby Shell Service Station. Built in 1926, it served travelers for decades and has since been restored as one of the best preserved service stations along Illinois Route 66. At Henry's Rabbit Ranch in Staunton, the outdoor displays were still there, but the property remained closed after its longtime owner, Rich Henry, passed away in 2024. As of August 2026, it has new local owners who are planning to open it this fall. A little farther along was DeCamp Station, a historic Route 66 roadhouse dating back to 1931, with Staunton's Route 66 mural painted on the side. Then we stopped at the Pink Elephant Antique Mall, and this place was so much fun. We met Linda at the fudge shop where she gave free samples out, and the fudge was excellent, so we had to buy some. If you see her, tell her Linda said hello. And then Chris spotted the crashed spaceship and, of course, had to investigate.
The mothership is calling him home. It's been a great vacation. I'll finish it for you. See you later.
Before reaching our next big stop, we passed several more historic sites, including the Wildey Theater, and then continued through the small town of Hamel. We also passed historic West End service station. It was closed when we arrived, so we couldn't go inside. Then came Edwardsville Route 66 shield, the giant ketchup bottle, and the Madison mural. Granite City greeted us with one giant after another, a firefighter, Abraham Lincoln, Earl the mechanic holding a wrench, and Rusty with his hard hat and sledgehammer. Next was the It's Electric Neon Sign Park in Granite City. The park features restored signs from local places like the Washington Theater, Reese Drugstore, and Hudson Jewelers. You'll also find murals and other displays celebrating the city's history, along with a small replica of the Chain of Rocks Bridge where visitors can attach a lovelock. And this is a perfect segue and transition into our next stop. Our next stop was the Old Chain of Rocks Bridge, where we started from the Missouri side and walked over the Mississippi River. The bridge opened in 1929 and later carried Route 66 traffic between Illinois and Missouri, and today it's now open for people to walk and bike across. And the strange castle-looking structure out there in the water is actually one of St. Louis's historic water intake towers, and it was used to pull water from the Mississippi for the city's drinking water system.
A little bit hazy and hot today, but it's nice out here on the bridge. Pretty unique.
One of the things that this bridge is best known for is that 22-degree bend right in the middle. The original plan was for the bridge to go straight across, but the bedrock wasn't strong enough to support the piers in that location. Riverboat captains were also concerned about trying to navigate around both bridge piers and those water intake towers, so the alignment was changed, and that's how the bridge ended up with that famous curve. It was definitely a hot day that day, but that breeze felt incredible, and we really loved getting to finally experience this bridge. Our next stop was Carl's Drive-In in Brentwood, Missouri, right along Route 66. The entire inside is basically one counter with 16 stools, and they cook everything right there in front of you. Chris ordered one of their smashed burgers with their famous homemade root beer, and I decided to try the Frito pie because I have never heard of that one before, and it was so good. We didn't want to fill up too much though, because we had another stop planned. And here is why we didn't want to eat too much at Carl's. Our next stop was the famous Ted Drew's Frozen Custard. Ted Drew's first started serving frozen custard in 1929, and this location opened right along Route 66 in 1941. Right across the parking lot is the gift shop and historical museum for Ted Drew's, where you can shop for souvenirs and learn more about the history of this Route 66 landmark. We made it into St. Louis for the evening, where we stayed at the Pennywell Hotel, just a couple of blocks from the Gateway Arch. Thank you so much for following along on day number 3 of our third trip for the Route 66 Centennial. Tomorrow for day 4, we'll get back up and check out the Gateway Arch before heading toward Cuba, Missouri, where we'll spend the night. If you enjoy following along with us and this has given you some inspiration for your own upcoming trips, please support us by subscribing to our channel, and feel free to leave us a comment because we always respond. Thank you so much again, and we will see you in the day 4 video.